When I first moved to the United States, I often chose sit in the back of the classroom, not because I didn't care, but because staying in the shadows felt safer than stepping into the light and being seen. I think most of us have moments when we stay quiet, step back, or avoid being seen. Those moments don't just pass, they slowly shape who we become. By sharing mine, I hope you will recognize how your own quiet moments may be shaping your identity. I can say that my identity has been shaped by learning to observe before speaking, confronting fear in unfamiliar spaces, and choosing growth over comfort, and revealing something very, very important that I am a resilient and reflective person who values authenticity and also connection. In my case, as an international student, adjusting to a new culture, to a new language, and an academic system, I can say that I have experienced moments of silence, fear, and growth that forced me to confront who I really am. Today, I will share how growing up into a different culture taught me to observe carefully before speaking, how fear challenged my confidence and forced me to question my self-worth. Also, how learning to speak up helped me discover my authentic voice and also my authentic values. My background shaped my identity as someone who observes carefully and values reflection. I can say that growing into a different cultural environment, I learned early that listening mattered and really mattered. In conversation, I learned to pay attention to body language, to tone, and also to timing. Speaking wasn't about being loud. I understood that it was being thoughtful. I remember a classroom where I listened more than I thought. I learned to respect others by observing before speaking. And what I learned that this habit shaped my thoughtful and reserved nation. Becoming an international student, I can honestly say that this intensified my awareness of my identity. I often felt invisible in classrooms and social settings, like I was standing just outside the spotlight. And I can say that this experience helped me realize that being quiet can be a strength, not a weakness. And I slowly realized that silence wasn't emptiness, it was preparation. Now that I have spoken about how my background shaped my identity, I will now discuss how fear has further influenced who I am. Fear has played a major role in shaping my identity by challenging my confidence and also my self-belief. Fear often causes me to doubt myself in unfamiliar situations. I can say that I worry about making mistakes or being judged, and these fears sometimes prevent me from fully expressing myself. Over time, I learned that fear exists because I care about growth and connection. Facing fear helped me become more self-aware. I discovered that resilience is a core part of who I am. Once I understood that fear wasn't my enemy, I began to take small steps into the light. Learning to speak up revealed my identity as someone committed to growth and meaningful connection. I remember the first time I raised my hand in class. It wasn't perfect. My sentence wasn't polished. My voice wasn't steady. But something changed. I felt visible. Each attempt helped me trust myself more. I learned that my voice deserves space. And I can say that this experience revealed my core values. I value authenticity over perfection, and I also value connection over comfort. To sum it all up, my experience has shaped who I am in meaningful ways. I can say that my background taught me reflection, fear taught me resilience, and growth taught me the value of authenticity and connection. So, I invite you to think about a moment when you stayed silent or step back as I was, and ask yourself, was that moment holding you back or preparing you for something more? So, who I am really? I can say that I'm someone who has spent a long time in the shadows, learning, observing, and preparing. But now, I am learning to step into the light, even when it feels uncomfortable. And every time I choose to speak, I move closer to the person I meant to be. Thank you very much.